Anvada, and today I just watched a smart, surprising TED intersections and conversation, asking a simple but a huge question that what will art look like in the near future? The session brings together two different but connected voices. Rob Bredo, a visual effect leader from Lucasfilm, LM, and Nura Atkinson, a curator who brought Burning Man into the Smithsonian conversation. Together, they sketch out a future where art is more technical, more immersive, and surprisingly more human. And Rob Deere makes a clear point. Tools change fast. They think real time, rendering, text to video models, generative AI, and those tools let creatives do the things that we are impossible 5 years ago. But he insists the artist's voice and creative intent still drive the best work. The tech amplifies the imagination. It doesn't replace the artist. The idea, the artist-driven innovation is a thought line. And in Rogo's recent TED Talk to Mars, why that matters when studios use AI or real-time engines. The outcome depends on the questions. Artists ask the tools, not on the tools alone. So if you are an artist, learning the tech matters, but losing your creative curiosity would be the real risk. So Nora Atkinson worked with Burning Man, curating that movement for a museum era audience. Says. Points a shift away from look, but don't touch, or toward participatory long-scale social installations. Burning a Man succeeds because it's a creative laboratory. People co-create meaning, not just observe it. Museums are learning from the energy and experimenting with more experience. So community driven choice. So that changes how our values are from price tags and provenance to lived experience and participation. These all things are that we have uncovered. So the conversation also touches the big elephant generative AI. Recent scholarship trains generative models that not a gimmick but as a new medium with distance affordances and policy questions ownership character curation bias and provinces. The point the panel makes and the research board is we shouldn't ban the technology. We should learn its aesthetics, its limit, and design fair systems around it. So that's how art practices and institutions can responsibly adopt these powerful tools. So we are also seeing new institutions and Venus devoted AI art, think large AI art museums and public data-driven installations. So artists like graphics and it all shows that it's like possible when you combine data, machine learning, and immersive display. Huge public experiences that blur data, nature, and aesthetic. So these examples tell us the future of art will be public, data-aware, and sometimes gigantic. But with that scope comes responsibilities, environmental costs, questions about data provenance, and who gets paid. Curators and technologists must collaborate to set ethical guardrails. So final thoughts, like my personal takeaway that I really got from this TED talk was about that the future of art and at this TED conversation suggests that is neither doom laden or utopian. It's messy, technical, and thrilling. Tech will be open, dazzling possibilities, real-time world, generative landscapes, and community-built installations. But art's heart will still be human. The questions artists ask, the empathy they build, and the ways they invite us to that mind. If we let technology amplify the creativity responsibly, we are headed into the one of the most exciting periods in art history. So, if you want, I can also like it also amazingly for those who are just worries about the uh, tech and how the tech world will be transformed in the future and how these all things will be worked in the tech. So this was my today's study review. I hope you all like it. See you next time with a new review, even with a movie review, even with a motivational video, even with a tennis video. So until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and store videos. Till then, Allah Hafiz, and in it, as always, Pakistan, Zindabad. Take all of you, Allah Hafiz.